Motivation with Matthew Daniels, and today I'm going to tell you guys about the 7 Deadly Sins, Part 1. That's right, the 7 Deadly Sins, Part 1. But what is Matthew Daniels talking about? A long time ago, in the area that we now call Florence, Italy, there lived a young man who was as curious as any other young man his age, and he would often explore the caves that sat a short distance from where he lived. The young man, being about 18 years old, had done this since he was about 10 years old, and he had just about explored every cave in the area. One day, a mighty earthquake was unleashed upon the land, and when the young man returned to the caves after the event, he noticed that the earthquake had opened up a cave system which he did not know existed. Excited over something new to explore, the young man immediately descended into the mouth of the cave. His years of squeezing in and out of crevices allowed him to descend deeper and deeper, quite faster than a normal young man would have. Suddenly, feeling stuck while crawling through a particularly tight space, the young man regulated his breathing and contorted his body into such a way that for a while he was only being propelled forward by using his toes. Through all of this, the young man did not lose his enthusiasm for his adventure. Indeed, the difficulty of it made it all the more enjoyable. Eventually, his persistence paid off. The passageway widened, and off in the distance, around a long curve, he could see a light. Growing closer and closer, the young man began to hear what sounded like the screeching of men and women. Their shrill cries sent chills down his spine. Pressing his back against the cool cave wall, the young man again regulated his breathing, and he began to slowly inch forward. As he did, the voices became horrendously clear. It was indeed men and women crying out in pain, begging to be freed, complaining about torture, and begging for relief. Fear at once seized the young man's heart, and he turned to flee, but there was something else as well. Something deep within the young man that made him want to continue on his journey and see that which was producing such terrifying sounds. What manner of evil is that, he wondered. The young man stood inside of the cave for a moment and debated what he should do. Finally, he decided to press forward and see the sights that he had only heard up until now. The young man then slowly and cautiously moved forward, edging closer and closer to the strange lights and the loud screams. Reaching the end of the passageway, the young man approached a large opening that appeared to be lit by torches and flames. Gasping loudly, the young man saw a sea of men and women, all hooked up to a wretched type of machine. There were 7 long lines with millions upon millions of people in them. All of these men and women were being led to a wall with 7 large doors. The young man, in complete awe and amazement, looked on and said, "To be continued." And so, the morning motivation of today is the 7 Deadly Sins, Part 1. Remember that patience is a virtue, and anything worth having is worth waiting for. Today, family, I'm going to begin to take you on a literary journey, the likes of which no writer, no author, no scribe, and no storyteller has ever taken you on before. This is the intro, family. Be watching the page because you never know when part 2 will drop. And remember, you are awesome, you are amazing, you are wonderful, and you are great. And you are going to change the world. I just hope I'm still allowed to see it, family. I'm out. Good morning.